Two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal of how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes you can argue, but right there, it paid off. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? They're on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down is Burrow. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. On now to former Vol, Michael Pilardi. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. This will be fielded at the 17. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former #2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, Zach Wilson. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Sliding out of the pocket. Looking right sideline, that's complete. They'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big gain of 31 on third down.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go play action now. Wilson. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Here's Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stops up, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Here we go. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Open target here, Darius Slayton. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darius Slayton, 75 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown. I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task. And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 MT. 11.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 14-10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And Detroit getting set to go now. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, it's hard to know these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. We are in for a good one as we're through one. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. On the jet sweep, here comes Chark. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with the loss. Now a pass hauled in downfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go jet sweep here with Chark. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. One-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They run the jet sweep now for Toney. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That 2nd down play nets a -4. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Swift is in for a Lions touchdown. So it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Finding space at the 40. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
Here we go, here we go.
Play action. It's Burrow. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Jeremy Chin coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second and long. Burrow. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that quarter. Third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Here comes Tony on the return. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And out will come the offense as they take over. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as it's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On second down, Swift. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Rolling to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Swift. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that was a long 11-play drive. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've come upon halftime. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. The Lions offense now with the football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. A nice little juke. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think probably you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go down the field and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. Complete. Smith has it. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They run with Sanders off the option, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. First down. Here's Burrow. And this one complete to Smith. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a 1-yard pickup there. It's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
They still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings him 4th. Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. This from 36 yards out. Myers' kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. 68 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now what a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. They'll stay on the ground with Swift, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 31 yards. And the Lions are moving closer to a date now. The NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Burrow. He's got Smith here. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Well, this looks like a roughing call. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the...
Now Burrow loses the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by the former Lion, Darius Slay. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jeremy Chin able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. To try again after the sack. Burrow, he finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. The 30, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. After the pick six, here's Burrow again. Quick slant to Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. It's caught, Smith. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Here we go. 2nd down and 3. Now it's Burrow. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Burrow. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Hassan Reddick charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, 45 yards. And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And out now come the Eagles. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be, oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Burrow looking to pass. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender on the ball at that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. This is caught. It's Brown.
Here we go.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive...
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 15. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
In the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning.